Hey, welcome to Teky Coin. My name is Sean Colopy. I'm the cryptocurrency advisor here at Teky. A little brief introduction on what Teky is. Teky is the first e-commerce token for STEM education. STEM is science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. Teky Academy aims to be the largest STEM education platform in Southeast Asia. We have developed the MEK store, MEK store, where you can go on and purchase smart technology, toys that only they use in classrooms across the world. The best part is not only can the kids learn, the adults can learn too. So it doesn't matter if you're 4 years old or 40 years old, you can still have a lot of fun here at Teky. We're excited about this opportunity. So we have brought in a great panel of advisors to speak with us today. We have Jamil Hassan. Jamil Hassan is a cryptocurrency financial expert. He has been 20 years in financials, as well as a pre-ICO, ICO, post-ICO advisor, and is well respected. Michael Johns, formerly the speechwriter for George H.W. Bush, has also handled investor relations for $1.5 billion, a revenue NASDAQ 1000 company. And Slater Sam Newberry is founder of Pro Capital Exchange. He is also a very early investor in cryptocurrency and has been around for quite a while. So it was great to have him here as well.
Thanks for having me.
Today, we're going to talk on several topics. And first, we're going to speak about the ecosystem of the education and the e-commerce. And we're going to pass it over to Jamil. Jamil, if you could tell us a little bit more about that.
Sure. Teky is really interesting prospect. They have two main sources of business. One is the Teky Academy, which is an educational institution in Southern Asia to help people learn STEM, science, technology, engineering, math. I like the fact that you added art because I consider certain parts of data science and art. I consider parts of engineering and art. It's all the way that you creatively think about how to use these technologies to build the future. And people are getting a great education. So I look for the opportunity for this program to be global. It's a great opportunity. They also create toys, robotic toys, and other robotic gadgets for learning. So you have the opportunity for children ages 4 to 13 learn robotics and technology. You also have the opportunity for adults, to learn along with their kids. So it's a real great opportunity for people to learn. Basically the tools that you need for this next wave of a global economy. So it's really exciting opportunity, I think.
Oh yeah, definitely. Sam, if you also wanted to touch on the e-commerce as well, I know your background in that.
Yeah, that's what I really like about the Teky Academy is it actually has a product. Most of the ICOs on the market may or may not have the right products, but I really like Teky Academy. The way it's an academy and an e-commerce product, and I'm a big fan.
Awesome. Now, the second thing we're going to be talking about here is why Teky? Why Teky Coin? Why is that a good move? Why would you want to invest in that? We're going to pitch that over to Michael Johns. Michael, if you could answer why Teky?
Well, a good number of reasons. I mean, one is the usability. Obviously, you have Teky can be used as you referenced for any product on the MEK .store, and we're learning courses at Teky Academy. Importantly, and I guess implicitly in this call is that this is part of the cryptocurrency ecosystem, which I think many of us see as a great promise of the future. And so you're participating in that when you participate in Teky. Low investment, high return prospects, attractive bonuses, 40%. You can keep the tokens to receive dividends from the company. It will be a dividend issuing company. and you can freely trade the tokens on cryptocurrency platforms at any time for profit. Obviously, all investments contain some degree of risk. That's important to remember, but comparatively, you could argue that there's a degree of safety involved here in the sense that it's convertible to physical products at any time. And it has a very highly reputable, I mean, maybe the most impressive thing about it, a very reputable group of seasoned executives and co-founders and advisors. I think we're all hugely impressed with the quality of leadership that company brings.
Definitely, yeah, and I'll also touch on that. TKC Teky Coin is, I really feel this is going to be a future market mover. I really were in combination with the Teky Academy is really going to change the landscape in a lot of ways, especially for how the perception of STEM education and the further development of these academies as they stretch across the country and across the world. And we're then opening up essentially like franchises, in all these countries. So the idea that you'll be able to grab more and more and more and make more and more is very feasible, because these will continue to expand. They will continue to get bigger. It will continue to go more international until there's a STEM, the Teky Academy, across the countries and across the world. The purpose of this ICO, again, is to raise capital for the Teky Academy. This is, a very strong company that we feel, I feel very strongly about, about investing in, and I believe that this is going to be a really big game changer, in the world of crypto and in the world of smart tech toys. Michael, if you wanted to touch on that as well, the purpose of the
sure. Well, and to sort of just address the ICO, if you're new to cryptocurrency, the acronym ICO may not be immediately familiar to you. It stands for Initial Coin Offering. And for those that, which I think is most people who are familiar with the launch of equity-based companies that are new on public exchanges, the structure is, very similar in essence to an IPO or initial offering in the equity markets. Here, however, the ICO world is dramatically less regulated than an IPO would be, which is overseen, of course, by, in the U.S., the Securities and Exchange Commission, and then, in Europe and Asia by respective governing bodies. There's not quite that level of management of an ICO, but importantly, like an IPO, allows you to, when you see a good idea, which I think we all agree this is one, and a good emerging company that has not yet had its offering, to get in on the ground floor in owning, stake in the company. And that's really, in essence, a one-time opportunity, because while the offering continues to be available, to the extent this is a position that appreciates, that first ICO is really the best opportunity from a value perspective to own a share of this company and its bright future.
Awesome. Jamil, now we have had a very, very good ICO bench rating score, which is quite impressive. If you could touch on that, the ICO bench score, and how we're doing, and how that relates as well.
Let's talk about the ICO bench first. The ICO bench is made up of advisors globally and an ICO Benchy bot. The ICO Benchy bot really is an algorithm that assesses your public relations, which means consumer sentiment, and your marketing sentiment, and it's very high. So that means that the program is thought of very highly in locations where it is. The The advisors on there also get to evaluate a company on the strength of the company, and they think very highly of that too. The other thing, what it doesn't do is assess the financial particulars of an organization. I happen to look at the organization and the plan and the white paper and the project plan they laid out, and this company looks to me like it has a very, very well thought out plan, very profitable margins, an idea what to do with the working capital and leverage, and an idea of how to have positive return on investments for investors. So they like the bench score. The bench score is high, which means public sentiment is great, and it's opportunity for profitability. So I think investors and whatever should be jumping all over this opportunity.
Amen. Amen. I agree wholeheartedly. This is really great news. You know, anytime we can get a high rating, you know, especially in this world, in the crypto world, that, you know, it's very impressive. Because again, their coins are a dime a dozen nowadays. So to get one that is really, really worth investing in and really worth taking a look at, and to have such a high score is very, very impressive. So that is really awesome here at Teky. The benefits for investors when purchasing Teky. The great thing about Teky coins, everybody sees a future, a bright, bright future. So anybody who gets in now, the benefits are incredible. You're going to be able to, you know, 2 years, 5 years, you know, 6 months. It's looking wonderful. It's looking really, really big, and we're really, really excited for the amount of positive publicity surrounding this launch. The roadmap, we're going to go over that, the token roadmap. We're doing the pre-ICO period actually started on the 1st, so a few days ago, and that will be running until December 10th. Now again, it's great if the earlier you get in on these things, the better. I mean, you want to try to get in on day 1, but if you can't get on day 1, try to get in on day 2. Because the sooner you get in, the better it's going to be for everybody involved. So it's going to be really, I'm really pumped for this. So if you can get in before, obviously, that we have the 40% sale that's running right now, you know, and that's huge. So if you want to get an extra 40%, and you put $1 in, you get $1.40, and that's clutch. You know, with these Teky coins, that is huge. So the more coins you can get, the better. Because again, that 40%, you know, it's not gonna be here forever, but for right now, it's you know, the go-to. And you know, obviously, and if you refer people, you get an extra 5%. So it's really a really, really good deal we got going on here. And you know, we're looking at you know, December. The ICO is, I'm sorry, the ICO period is from December 15th to January 14th. And after they get, you know, after we're done with the entire raise, we're gonna be listed on a number of exchanges, which a lot of coins are only listed on 1 or 2 exchanges. We're gonna be listed on a ton of them, several of these things. So just to name a few of them, Ether Delta, Tidex, CSEX, Bittrex. The list goes on and on and on. This is going to be a great, great opportunity because, again, a lot of these coins go on maybe a Nova exchange or maybe onto 1 or 2 exchanges, but they don't go everywhere. So this is really going to be a great opportunity to shoot the value of a coin. And, you know, like I think we could honestly see, you know, maybe I know 16 cents a coin right now. I would love to say it hits $100 a coin. I mean, I think that's very doable. I think $100 a coin is very, very doable. Again, everything has risks, but you know, that to me sounds like it could hit. It could go 10x, it could go 5x, it could go 100x. But it's a very, very solid program, a very solid company with projected returns of $1 billion. And I believe that's really conservative. $1 billion by 2022, I find that very conservative. I mean, I would not be shocked if Teky hit 5 billion. I wouldn't be shocked at all. But for the sake of this, I think that's, you know, a good number. Again, they're going to be expanding franchises all over the country, all over the world. You know, they're going to be hitting, Japan, Korea, North America, Europe. We're going to be making sure that these kids are learning, and the educators are teaching, and the brains are increasing and morphing and transforming into these young geniuses, because young can do it. Young is the world. And we really believe that there's a great future here at Teky for the youth and for this, for the investor as well. We also have a, Michael, if you'd like to touch, or Sam, I'm sorry, Sam, if you'd like to touch on the exchanges, the roadmap, and the importance of being on multiple exchanges instead of maybe one or two exchanges.
Yeah, being an early adopter, you have exchange risk, and that means that some of the exchanges in cryptocurrency don't last a very long time. But if you have a coin that's on multiple exchanges, that means your coin is more robust. So you can tell that the Teky team thought this through and is launching on multiple platforms. So their coin will be more robust than other ICO options. Also, this is really the only Academy and e-commerce coin that I know about right now. So I think they are ahead of the ICO game. They have a real product, a real team, and they're doing it right. They're listed on the right exchanges. They have a ton of money, and I like it. They have a bounty program that helps everyone that invests to refer your friends. Overall, it's the best looking project I've seen, and I'm happy to be a part of it. Thank you.
Sure. Now, if you want to talk a little bit more on, Jamil, do you want to touch on the bounty program a little bit more?
Yeah, well, it's a great opportunity to list all, list their, they're offering on your social media sites, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You get involved in that. Your friends sign up. You get opportunity. You get more tokens and use those for the future. So there's a lot of different social media outlets you're able to participate in, and as this grows, it'll grow, through exponentially through social media. It's a really, really, really exciting time. Awesome.
Now, to touch on this team is an award-winning team. This team is beyond excellent. I mean, Emmy Dow, she is, the founder, CEO. She's also an expert, in e-commerce and online and education and business, and she's the founder of the Next Tech Group. She's a really strong woman to back this. I really like that they have her commanding the charge here. But we also have some really strong heads, if you will, that have many years. A lot of these guys have many years, in education and in design and in management and in STEM education. I mean, this is a very well put together team. I mean, these guys are, every single one of these guys, even the venture capitalist advisor, is the VP of finance, user. Like these guys are huge, man. These things are just really, really, really big, and I really like what they're doing here with their team. And I guess I have you. Sorry, Jamil, I didn't realize you were posted up the entire time. But I really do love their team. Michael, you want to talk a little bit about their team as well?
Well, I think what's important about it is, like you would see in any corporate structure, the skill set is very high, but it's also very varied. So you're bringing into it a lot of high-level functional expertise in just about every area that's germane to a successful company. I mean, you have the obvious expertise in the STEM field that exists there. You have a team with substantial executive management experience. Good advisors, I think, as it relates to brand development and marketing. Certainly a very well-structured operational component. Individuals very engaged with, familiar with the cryptocurrency universe and ecosystem, and a lot of enthusiasm around the company. I mean, a lot of people who sort of proactively see this as such an extraordinary opportunity that they've kind of taken the step to want to be a part of it in some small way. And that's, I think, all of the signs you want to see with a company that's on the verge of an ICO of this nature. So it's, quite an extraordinary team as it relates to comparable ICOs. That reflects, I think, the business structure and promise of the model.
And Jamil, what are your thoughts, my friend? Because I know you.
Yeah, I have some thoughts. I think Emmy Dow, she created 4 companies. She led 4 companies already. She did, and they're all successful. She is from Vietnam, and I visited that country back in 2004, and it was that the economy there back then was totally based on tourism. Today, it's based on STEM and tourism. They took this idea concept and they built it out, and they've done a brilliant job at it. 96% of all ICOs fail. This is going to be in the 4% that succeed. It's probably going to be the top 1%. Their team is that strong. Their knowledge base is great. I'm very excited for this opportunity.
Awesome. Hey, I'd like to hear. That is. I really do appreciate everybody's time. I really do appreciate everyone coming out here today. This is going to be the next big thing. We really believe that. We really believe that this is a great opportunity for everyone to get involved. And overall, we see great success for many years to come. Again, with the team and with the things we've laid out, and with the exchanges will be going on, with the great ICO bench score, with the great team that we have put in place, and the experts that we have on our team. I think this is going to be a really great move for many years to come. Real quick, Jamil, do you have anything you'd like to add to the Thank you.
No, I said it. I mean, I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to this taking off. We live in an economy, I believe, in the U.S. that's fallen a little bit behind.
Sure.
There's an opportunity for people to gain the skill sets that we need collectively to move into the next phase of the global economy, and the technology skills you learn here is going to be tremendous.
Yeah. Amen. Michael, do you have some final thoughts as well?
Yeah, I do. I think importantly, this sort of, you have an intersection of really burgeoning trends that coalesce into this company. I mean, one is no secret to anyone that cryptocurrency is really beginning to gain momentum and more, embrace, not just the United States, but globally. And, second, obviously, is this identification of STEM in the education world as being an area that requires the sort of creative innovation that Teky is bringing to it. So you have an educational system, parents, students themselves, who recognize that competing in the 21st century requires a great grasp of these topics. So it's got that trend going forward. And I think the third trend, as we all addressed, is sometimes you can have the greatest business model, you can have the macro trend behind you, and a great business idea, but you don't have a leadership team that can execute on it. And Teky has the leadership team. So what I see here is a coalescence of three really momentous forces that are suggestive of success. But guaranteed of success? No, but very suggestive, I think, of an extraordinary level of success. And it's one of the reasons you have just such amazing momentum and many individuals that are intrigued by this offering and wanting to be engaged in various capacities with it.
Definitely. Sam, do you have any words?
Yeah, I agree with Michael. I think that Teky does have an intersection of positivity where a bunch of things are all coming together for them. If you're watching on YouTube, can we get you to like and subscribe? And also with Teky, read the white paper if you haven't done that. See for yourself. That's how you invest in ICOs. You read the white paper, check out the website, do a Google search on the company to see what other people say about it. Check out the ICO bench, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised on how awesome Teky is.
Amen. Well, gentlemen, thank you for your time. I appreciate everyone coming out and sharing about Teky this evening. Again, if you haven't already, go ahead and push the like button and go ahead and share this with your friends, and make sure that you sign up for the bounty program, because that's really important that you get onto that bounty program and you can start making money too. And getting all your friends in, and this is a great opportunity, man. This is a great opportunity that you're going to want to tell your friends about. So again, we thank you for this opportunity to share this with you. Again, my name is Sean Colopy. We're here with Jamil Hassan, Michael Johns, Sam Newberry. Again, my name is Sean Colopy. Thank you again. Remember, young can do it.